Hi guys, welcome back to another video today. Today we've got another Aukey product, which I'm very happy about because I love Aukey as a company. It's the laptop cooling pad. This one comes with 4 silent fans. We will test this in the video in a minute. It's got an anti-skid base, it's got blue LED lights. It's designed for laptops up to 17 inch. It's got 5 adjustable angles. And it's supposedly supposed to be quite lightweight. It also has a secondary USB pass-through, as you can see on the box over there, which of course we will be testing out. At the moment this is currently on Amazon for $21.99. I have actually owned a fair few Aukey products in the past. I have actually owned an Aukey laptop cooler tray, and I was heartbroken when somebody sat on it and snapped it. So I'm actually happy to have one of these again. The plastic that they come with is normally quite a thin material, and it's not really lightweight, but they are very functionable. So we're just going to get into the unboxing now, and then I'll give you a demonstration. So I'm just going to adjust the camera. So, as you can see in the box, we get this very funky looking warranty card. By far one of the best warranty cards I've seen, that design. You get the user manual, which, you know, who really reads that? We've got the USB cable for power in it and some foam wedges in there. I'm not quite sure what they are for, but we will see. So the USB cable, as you can see, is actually quite long. You get a fairly decent length on it, so you're not constricted with a short cable. So the cooler tray itself. So as you can see, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and they look to me like 120mm fans, and they're supposedly supposed to be silent, but we will test that in a minute. So, I mean, as I suspected, the plastic around the edge is not the strongest grade, but then I don't think it needs to be, because if you're not moving this around, then it's going to be on your desk or on your side somewhere where damage to it's going to be fairly unlikely. So as you can see, this centre part can actually lift up like that away from the desk, and if we turn it around, you see that on the back you have this metal stand, and you've got ridges going all the way down there to set your height. So that's the maximum height. That's one down, then down again, and down again, and then down again. Now on the back here you have feet as well that can come out and go down, so it just gives it a bit more of an extra height. Around the front area you have these little lips as well to stop the laptop from sliding down. On this side you have the USB port as aforementioned. So you've got 1, 2, and then you've got the adjustable wheel which controls the fan speeds, and that's it for the adjustments. So now what we're going to do is plonk my laptop on top of this, and then we'll give it a test. Now they say that this is designed for 17-inch laptops, and a 17-inch laptop will fit on it. You will have a slight overhang, but that's not really much of an issue considering the main parts of the actual laptop are actually being cooled, so you don't need to worry about the overhang as much. Now, this is my 13-inch Acer Aspire. Just going to show you what it looks like in comparison. So that's what the 13-inch laptop looks like on top of it. Maybe a slight bit overkill for a 13-inch laptop, and not that you would need a cooler of this magnitude for a 13-inch laptop, but if you wanted to have a surface that can raise your device up and keep it cool at the same time, then this is more than definitely an option. So as you can see, that's what it looks like with a 13-inch on there. Now, here is where the test comes in. Because I'm going to be testing out my shiny new Alienware 17. So as anyone that has an Alienware would know, these are quite thick, quite heavy devices and quite bulky. So let's see how this does. So as you can see, that's on the top, the highest maximum height setting. So as you can see, with it on maximum, it does stand up quite a distance. Does look quite intimidating when you see it side view like so. But it is actually holding the weight of the laptop fairly well. There's no creaks, no wobbling. It feels quite sturdy. There's no unwanted movement. These are doing a very good job at keeping the laptop from sliding off. So what we will do now is power it up and check out the fans. So just remember, when plugging this in, the controls for the fan are actually down there. So if you plug it in on this side, the cable might not be able to reach, so bear that in mind. So I'm just going to take the laptop off for a minute and give you a perspective of what it's like. So I'm just going to turn the laptop back on. Right, so as you can see, the fans are now spinning, and the blue LEDs are actually quite bright, and they do bleed through, so that's quite clear. And that airflow is coming off there is actually quite big. That's a very cool surface, and I don't think that's even on the highest. Yep, now it's on the highest, and that is letting off some a fairly large amount of air. And if we go quiet, you can't really hear any airflow either. Let me try it flat again. That is very quiet, I must say. I'm very impressed with that. Now, I'm just going to put the laptop back on top. That's what it looks like once it's turned on. As you can see, you don't really get a lot of the blue light bleed back, but obviously with the Alienwares you can customise the blue lights to match if you have OCD like myself. Just give you a back view. So as you can see, if you're playing some of the intensive games, that is a massive amount of clear space for hot air to dissipate out, and that is a large area for it to suck cold air in and blow it up. Obviously with the Alienwares, the ventilation ports are on the back there, so it's going to dissipate that hot heat out the back and then obviously suck the cold air back in through here. So it's obviously, this is going to be a much better design for Alienwares in my opinion. And this stand does seem to be holding quite well. As you can see, I'm moving it around freely, and it's not, the laptop's got no issues, no risk of falling. So what I am going to do now is test the USB port and see if it does do the pass-through. So the device that I'm going to test this on is obviously my iPad Pro. So obviously if it can charge this, it can charge any. Just plugging in the cable now. So Let's see if this actually charges. And it does. It's charging it perfectly, and my laptop has even picked it up. So basically it's telling me that I can actually sync with the computer through the pass-through, which is very good, because now I can charge two devices. I can play this and charge a device at the same time, or I can sync my iPad to do my iTunes without needing to connect it to the actual laptop, which is good. So that is the Alien. This is the Alienware 17. So as you know, they're not exactly light laptops, and this is managing to hold it perfectly fine. So yeah, overall, for the price they're charging for these, this is not a bad deal. It's blowing out a lot of cold air from those 120mm fans, and not only does it look good, it does the part, and it comes with a lot of adjusting, so you're good to go. I highly recommend that you check this one out. I mean, as I said, the only con that I would say, if we're weighing up the pros and the cons of this, is the fact that the plastic grade on this bit here is a little bit thin. I would have liked to have seen it a little bit thicker, and some rubber feet on the bottom would have been nice, so obviously it can't slide around the desk as easy as it does. But other than that, this is not a bad deal, and I highly recommend that you check it out. So I just want to say thank you to them for sending this out to me for review, and I will see you in the next video.